Well, Danny, a draw against a top side like Harrogate today. What are your thoughts after the game?
I mean, they say two games are two halves and whatnot. I thought first half at times we were really good and created some really good chances, and I think we're disappointed we didn't go in at half time a little bit with more advantage than we had. And at this level, if you don't take your chances, then you're going to get punished, and they're not where they are by coincidence. They're there because they've got some real threat, and they showed that second half and put us under pressure for quite a sustained spell. But then, to be honest, credit to the lads, we showed our energy levels again, and I think the last 10-12 minutes, including injury time, we stepped it up again, and we started to pose more of a threat going forward. So overall, listen, they're second in the league. You take a point and move on, because there was a few things that kind of went our way as well today. A couple of the referee decisions, I thought. The penalty in the first half's a tough one, because if he's given, I'm moaning that there was not a lot of contact. If he's not given, you're moaning that there was contact. So I can see the argument from both sides on that one. But I need to look at the Tinkler one again. But from where I was standing, it looked like it might have been a foul. But you know what? Sometimes these things happen and we have to get on. So from my perspective, I thought the referee had an outstanding game.
And you made just the one change before the game, Alefi being replaced by Craig today. What was the thinking behind that? Well,
Craig's been a miss. I think we've missed his creativity, and we've had to kind of manage him. And we're still going to have to manage him, but he brings real quality to the side. And you look at his vision and his passing ranges, he breaks lines really well, and he has this composure that just settles things down in the final third, similar to what Ethan does on the other side. So it was a no-brainer from our perspective. If he's fit to play, he plays.
And you mentioned obviously playing against a top team like Harrogate. Obviously last time we played them, we conceded last-minute winner against them. I think it shows how far we've come from them, that we've been able to sort of feel unlucky to come away with a point today.
Yeah, it's really weird, because I just did some of the other media, and one of them's pointed out that since we've lost to Harrogate, we've actually lost less games than what they have, which shows some real progression. And I think from our perspective, it was always going to be a building process, and we have made progress. And don't get me wrong, when the ball goes up and it's got 5 minutes on it, you do worry. But I think that's every manager when it's the conditions were the way they were today, and the type of football it ended up being, because it was quite direct from them. And Stead's a very experienced guy, and he played our back four really well today.
And you mentioned the conditions as well. Did that play a factor into your game plan today?
Yeah, because when we can, we want to play. We really want to get the ball down and play, and the pitch wasn't in the best of conditions today, and that's frustrating from us, because little things that normally come off for us, there's little bobbles, there's divots, and players, the ground was given away. And it's a shame, because actually when the pitch is playing well and we're playing well, we play some really good stuff. Despite that, I still think we managed to put some good patterns of play and passing passages together. So
for us to get our goal the way we did just before half time, I think it really showed that even though we may not have had as many chances as we would have liked, we're still able to take the cutting edge.
Yeah, but I mean, I think about Tinks one-on-one, Jacob one-on-one. There's a couple of set pieces that have not quite gone our way. I think it'd have been really dubious, but there was also, we had a shout for a penalty when the defender's gone straight through Jacob. I think we would have been rightly so happy if we had more of an advantage at half time.
And even with their equaliser, Mitch got a hand on it, and it's just that little bit too far for him to keep out. Yeah, I mean, we have to look at it again. I'm not going to be critical, because obviously I haven't seen it again, but because he gets a hand on it, I'd normally back him to save those. But he has hit it with quite a lot of venom. But to be fair, he had far too much space on the edge of the area. We were too deep. Our midfielders dropped right into the back line, and he just had the freedom of the park to get it at his feet and pick his spot. So that's disappointing. But it actually comes from our attack again, which was worrying today, because quite a few of the times they broke on us, we had composed possession in the opposition half, and we turned the ball over. So we have to look at that. But as I said, they're second in the league, and it's another point on the board. We've hit the 40 mark, which is a sign of progress, and we have to kick on and put some more points on the board. And Mitch also had a great game today, even though he might feel unlucky he didn't save that.
Yeah, no, sure. Great one-on-one save in the early in the second half, and you look at his form. He's been in great form, and he's a solid player for us. So, I mean, even if we were to look at him and think he should have done better, I think he's entitled to one. But as I said, he has hit it hard, and I'm sure if we look at it again, he would have he'd have struggled to say that.
And looking back at Mo's goal as well, another goal for him in the National League and this season as well, it really shows how far he's come since joining the club.
Well, he's getting fitter, and we said that when he came in. Unfortunately for him, because of the situation we're in with squad size, etc., he's going to have to get his fitness by playing, and we can't give him another pre-season and give him the time to get fit. He's got to play, and hopefully people are starting to see what we see in him, and his work ethic is tremendous, and he's a real handful. And I know that with the right work, and if we keep developing him, he's going to be quite a prolific scorer in this league.
We will move on now to next week at Hartlepool, a long trip away.
Yeah, we love those long journeys. It's Dave Challoner's gone in there, and he's made a difference. And so, but like I've just said to them up there, it's almost a boring conversation, and we always laugh about it, I know, but I don't think there are any kind of okay games or easy games at this level. And going to Hartlepool, they're a big club, and it'll be quite a vibrant atmosphere up there, and they'll expect to get 3 points on Saturday, and so do we.
Click here for the next video, click here to subscribe.